From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
May going to throw right away. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw, it's May. His throw's going to be incomplete. Mac Hollins, the intended target. Third down here. When you talk about this Jets defense, they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Looking to throw, May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will. Upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Henderson now on 1st and 10. They juked him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. Oh, good move. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. From the gun to give to Henderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after here coming up. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now Fields. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Wiggles free. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Jets at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Pats will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. To the air, May. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 2. Here's May. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Flushed out right. He finds Douglas complete. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
To throw is Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the shotgun, May with it. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 to score after 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Up the middle, here's Henderson. He'll take it inside the 25.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. They'll throw with May. Touchdown, Patriots! A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots are able to add on to that lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Now it's Fields. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields throwing again. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Throwing here is May. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a yard. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Patriots continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On the out route, he completes it to Hall. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught at the 20. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. 33 yards that time.
Here we go, son.
Running left, it's Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Here's a 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Fields. Being chased out left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. This is Wilson on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Fields now to throw. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Anders Carlson now for the point after. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And some room to work. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Henderson running straight ahead. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And Diggs has it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 70. And the Patriots would extend their lead here just before halftime. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Hey, Ken. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Fields. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Don't jump. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Could have gone any better for them, so what's the approach here in the 2nd half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Douglas. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
There's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Hall up the middle.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Fields steps away to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Carroll. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Out right, he's got Ruckert. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Patriots will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the shotgun, it's May. He'll dump this down to Stevenson.
This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Looking to throw, May. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
And now they'll audible to something else. On play action, May out to his left. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game
is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw, Fields.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
At the 36-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
To throw is Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Now Fields.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Fields.
Escaping the... And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Justin Fields.
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's May. Checking this down to Stevenson.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Patriots up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
Harold Landry from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Sliding out of the pocket.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Yeah, he'll get this one way out just shy of the 45-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably is AJ as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
That's complete to Lazard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
To the air again, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Now it's Fields.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Here we go. First right.
Fields now to throw. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, son.
A give running right is Hall.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
Hall again.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Patriots send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Pats, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.